has been paid for by the New World Order.
Hey guys, it's your man Big Dog here, and if you'd be so inclined, please like the video if you like the video, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get my subscriber count up, so if you could just do me a favor and
Let's up those numbers!
Ooh, what's going on, everybody? It is your man Big Dog here. Welcome to episode 230 of the Dog House. That's right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Dog House, the most underrated web series on YouTube right now, bar fucking none.
Let's go.
All right. Let's talk for a second. First things first, I do owe you guys an apology again. I have not been as consistent with my streaming, unfortunately, and like I said, a lot of that has to do with the fact that it is the start of the school season. So, back to school is in full swing. Next week is the first week of school for not only the district I'm working in, but districts all across not only New York, but across America. So, I apologize in advance for my lack of consistency. I'm trying to fix that as best I can. Haven't really succeeded as much, but we're getting there. I hope one day. Anyway, we got a few things we have to talk about today. First things first, give you guys a little bit of an update for the top 10 video. I'm still doing the voiceover work for that. The reason it's been taking me a little longer than usual is because I keep changing my mind every time I do the video. I change my mind about some of the subjects in the video, so I have to constantly keep redoing it. Hopefully now I've made my mind up, and hopefully I should at the very least get the voiceover work done. If not this weekend, next weekend. This weekend might be a little tricky because I am going to be fairly busy this weekend. But that's neither here nor there. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Work phone went off. Anyway, let's move on to the first topic. Something that I want to get you guys' opinion on. Not too long ago, Cracker Barrel they announced that they were going to be changing their logo, much like a lot of companies have been doing recently, and a lot of people were not happy about it because the logo, let's be real, the logo looks extremely look at this thing, man. It looks so generic. It's so generic. And quite frankly, honestly, to me, this is a whole nothing burger, but I found it funny that so many people were so unhappy about this. But don't worry, because not too long ago, Cracker Barrel did announce that they were going back to their original logo after all the backlash. Which, let's be real, probably for the best. But then again, what the hell do I know? All right, let's move on to the next topic of the video. That is that apparently rapper Lil Nas X has gotten himself into some hot water. We're going to watch this video by, what's his name? I believe it's Jamari. I cannot, for some reason. Yep, it's Jamari. Shout out to Jamari. Let's see what the brother, Lil Nas X, got himself into.
Weekend, I told you guys about how Lil Nas X had lost his mind running around the streets of LA at 4 in the morning in nothing but his whitey tighties. The reports were that he had punched a police officer and then was taken to the hospital. Then once the
Bro. What is going on? Like, I'm starting to think there's something in the damn water that's making people insane. Why? Let me go back for a second.
mind running around the streets of LA at 4 in the morning in nothing but his whitey tighties.
Of course he's in LA doing this shit, man. What is it with these big cities in America where people just lose their goddamn minds? Like LA, New York, Chicago. What the fuck is going on here?
The reports were that he had punched a police officer and then was taken to the hospital. Then once
Wait, what did that say?
the reports were that he had punched a
Rapper Lil Nas X arrested after allegedly charging at LAPD, punching officers.
police
I'm surprised he didn't get
officer and then was
suplexed
taken
for
to the
doing that.
hospital. Then once they knew he was okay, he was taken to jail, where he would
Oh.
have to wait until yesterday to finally see the judge. And let me tell you guys, this whole situation has gotten way worse than I initially thought, with the pop star now facing multiple felony charges and potential years in prison.
Oh,
as
boy.
you guys can see, Lil Nas X has pled not guilty to felony charges, and his bail has been set at $75,000.
That's it? For a guy like that, that's it? Okay.
Like I told you guys, he had to spend the weekend in jail, and this would be the first time that we would see him since the incident occurred.
The story getting a lot of attention. Lil Nas X made his first court appearance following a bizarre incident down Ventura Boulevard and his subsequent arrest.
The singer pleaded not guilty to felony charges. Video obtained by TMZ shows the Grammy-winning artist strutting in Studio City early last Thursday wearing nothing but underwear and cowboy boots.
And it's interesting that he ends up pleading not guilty to these charges, because in a little bit I'm going to be showing you guys the courtroom footage, and the guy's lawyer is going to claim that he wasn't even on drugs in the first place, which...
Okay, then explain to me why the hell you were sober running around in your underwear outside of your house. It doesn't make sense to me, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I understand wanting to be comfortable in your own home. That makes sense. But doing this outside of your house, just why would you do that?
Considering the initial reports were that he was like potentially ODing, which never really made sense. I mean, I don't know anyone who's overdosed and then continued to go walk the streets of LA.
Not
Exactly.
only was he wandering around in his underwear, but he eventually was wandering around naked.
God
His
damn.
first court appearance here at the Van Nuys courthouse was brief, and he got what he
God
wanted.
damn, indeed.
He's going to be released on bail, but with some conditions.
So not only did this guy assault
I want to hear these conditions. I'm assuming one of them is he's going to be on house arrest.
3 police officers, but he was also potentially naked while doing so.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
honestly, the guy is lucky to still have his life, because that type of situation goes left so fast so often.
Especially with the fact that he's a black man. I hate to use that card, but let's be real. Like, normally stuff like this would end pretty badly.
Lil Nas X, whose real name is Montero Lamar Hill, pleaded not guilty to the 4 felony charges he's facing. This is him making
Nah, never mind. I'm not going to ask.
his first court appearance earlier today.
God damn, he's still singing that
We'll be
song?
late to the party tonight.
Oh, I guess they just like fucked up the clip.
What the fuck? How'd they fuck that up?
Still singing that
We'll be
song?
late to the party tonight.
Oh, I guess they just like fucked up the clip.
How does a multi-million-dollar network get that wrong?
I thought that boy was still going, oh, nah, nah, nah.
He was only wearing
Could you imagine if he did that in the courtroom? They'd be like, what the hell?
underwear and white boots. He was spotted later naked and wandering on the street. This
And I don't know if it's like a gay dude thing, but like the
Oh
type
my
of
God.
white tighties he was wearing, I would think would be mad uncomfortable to be just like sitting in all day.
The Los
Exactly.
Angeles County District Attorney's Office has charged Montero Lamar Hill with 3 felony counts of battery with an injury on a police officer
Damn.
and 1 felony count of resisting an executive officer. The LAPD says when officers approached the rapper, he charged at them.
Yeah, this is really not a good situation.
Yeah, that's not a very smart thing to do. Granted, he probably was on drugs, but still, not a good idea.
Situation for him at all. I mean, catching 3 potential felony charges could obviously result in multiple years in prison, and they don't even care if you were on drugs. I don't even know how much they might care if you were going through a bout of like psychosis, or how easy that would be to prove, because I do think that's the angle they're gonna take here. And his father would actually speak to the media after bailing his son out of jail.
Well, this is gonna be interesting.
In good spirit. He's all right. He's very remorseful for what happened. You know, but it can happen in any family. You know, he's gonna get the help that he needs, and just keep him in your prayers. You know, give him the same grace and mercy that God give everyone.
I mean, me personally, I do believe in like a merciful God. I don't believe in like a petty God like some Christians seem to do. But obviously, given his track record of mocking Jesus and mocking Christians and mocking Catholics, there has been a lot of rhetoric online of basically like, oh, this is finally the karma hitting him.
He's doing great mentally. He's doing great mentally.
What was that first conversation like with him?
It's awesome. Awesome. We shared tears, we shared laughter, but he's in great spirit. Give God all the glory. Give God all the glory. That's what he's gonna do when he first get out.
And it's so ironic, he seems to have this father that's all about God. I believe I saw an interview where he said that, you know, his family is pretty religious, including his grandmother who raised him.
I also had to think about like how many of my family members are like.
Wow. So his family is extremely religious, and he still went along with that video that he did.
Christian, like my
Okay,
grandmothers
okay.
and stuff, and
Okay.
you know, like aunties and things like that. I'm like, wow, like, do they see this as that too?
So I'm sure they were very conflicted seeing the type of music and imagery he was putting out there.
Yep.
His charges include 3 counts of battery on a police officer and 1 count of resisting arrest.
And so obviously y'all saw the footage of him getting into that car. Lil Nas X has left jail after posting the $75,000 bail. So maybe the guy is not totally broke as many have speculated at this point. Just wanted to show you guys a couple of photos of his release. I mean, for his standards, the guy is looking pretty rough. You know, maybe 2 days in, the pin really changed him. And here is some actual footage from the courtroom where Lil Nas is addressed by the judge.
So, calling the case of People versus Montero Hill, case number 25 BWCF 0. Followed by that, to this arrest, I did not observe the arrest. To a speedy preliminary hearing within 10 court days of today, 60 calendar days. Do you understand and give up that right so your case could be set for preliminary?
And can we just acknowledge for a second how fucked up this courtroom setup is?
You know, I was just about to say that. What is up with this fucking courtroom setup? Why is he behind a door like that? Is he that? Never mind.
Don't get me wrong, I know the guy assaulted a police officer, and I guess maybe they see him as a danger, but can the man really not at least stand in front of the judge, even if you have to handcuff him? Like, they pretty much have the guy in this whole other holding cell like he's fucking Hannibal Hector or some shit.
That's correct, Your Honor, but we just don't know whether that was actually factually accurate or just some officer's hunch that was uncorroborated. We don't know what happened. I'm assuming they drew blood or tested him, so at some point we'll find out, but right now there's nothing in the record that drugs were even a part of this.
That still doesn't explain why he was running around naked.
Like I said earlier, now they're saying that drugs were not a part of this. She alludes there to the idea that they might have drawn some blood from him so they could take some sort of test. But if they're gonna go the whole psychosis, mental health, manic episode route, I do think that this whole situation is going to get very polarizing.
And so
Agreed.
this is just an aberrant episode and an otherwise productive life. To call his life productive, I think, would be an understatement. I think
I don't know about that recently. Recently, he's kind of been falling off.
it's a remarkable life.
We're going to set bail at $75,000, and if he makes that bail, he's ordered to not own, use, or possess any illegal narcotics, attend 4 NA meetings per week, or enroll in an outpatient drug program.
God damn.
Oh.
I don't give a damn. If you're getting this probation, you still are going to go to rehab, my boy. I mean, just
Which is probably, I hate to say it, it's probably for the
look
best.
at the deep sorrow on this guy's face.
So, Mr. Hill, do you understand and accept those conditions?
Yes.
Smart man. Smart man.
I'm saying, what's up with this bullshit ass setup they got? And his attorney would speak after the hearing.
Don't forget, he's 26 years old. So it's not unusual for something like this to happen, particularly when you have the pressure of being recognized internationally like him. And so we're
I
going to
don't
do
know
our
about
best
that.
to address these things. And the best way to do that is just get the team and surround him with a team of people. You can see how much his dad cares, his family cares. And
so is this guy trying to suggest, like, oh, this only happened and he only got caught because he's so recognizable and so famous? I mean,
No, he got caught because he was running around in his underwear.
I would go out on a limb and guess that if you have a 6-foot-something guy walking around naked in the streets of a very populated area, he is going to get arrested no matter what.
Exactly. He's absolutely right.
This like outpouring of
like if I did some shit like that, you best believe I'm going to jail.
Love and support for him. It's really unbelievable.
And I'm pretty sure I saw a report that this guy that Lil Nas hired is actually like Donald Trump's ex-lawyer. Like I said earlier.
Really? Lil Nas X is an example of why you should never play with God or mock him.
Here comes the polarizing takes. You got a lot of people saying this. Lil Nas X is an example of why you should never play with God or mock him. And then you have other people saying stuff like this.
Lil Nas X is facing years in prison for having a mental health crisis, but Donald Trump, who is a felon himself, is the president right now. Make it make fucking sense. Don't make this political, please.
Nas X is facing years in prison for having a mental health crisis, but Donald Trump, who is a felon himself, is the president right now. Make it make fucking sense. And to me, it's like, okay, let's not act like he is completely absolved from everything that happened. I mean, at the end of the day, the guy is stripped down naked in public and allegedly assaulted multiple police officers while doing so. So to me, whether it's like drugs or a psychotic break, that doesn't mean he's just going to be in the clear, and I think from here he's going to really be fighting an uphill battle. I mean, yeah, guys, at this point, it's really not looking good for Lil Nas X. I mean, I would think that when it comes to his career and him being a pop star, like, those days are really over. This is probably all an absolute nightmare for the label after he was already trending downward, and then he does something like this, and I'm almost positive that they're pretty much going to discard him altogether. But I will continue...
If they haven't already. Let's be real.
On this situation, this is obviously something that could take, you know, multiple years to unfold at this.
All right, I think you guys get the point. Let's what do you call it? Let's get it. Let's move on. So, to wrap that up, I'll say, in my opinion, it sucks to see that happen to him, but at the same time, it's like, look, man, this is why you need to be careful when you are around police officers, especially if you're a man of color, unfortunately. You want to know why? Because some, not all cops, but some cops, they have a way with dealing with black people. And I hate to say it, but it is what it is at that point. All right, let's move on to the next topic, which is we got to talk about the brother Tectone. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Tectone has once again been banned from Twitch. I believe it was a week ban. And the reason he was banned was because he used the F slur during a live stream. Now, honestly, me personally, I could care less if he used that word. It doesn't affect me. I don't really care. But Twitch, they seem to care. Granted, they don't care about the fact that they have a guy who's supporting terrorists on their platform. They don't care about the fact that they have a bunch of anti-Semites on their platform, but using that F slur, no. Nope. That's a no, buddy. You're getting banned for that. So, I found this tweet. I found this video on Twitter where Tectone responded to his week ban. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey, sorry, Canute. I know you gave me until August 1st to beat Hassan's max bench of 285, but I realized I'm getting a tattoo tomorrow, so I got 5 days less to prepare than I thought, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it right now. This is my max bench. I'm going to do it easily. 290. Let's get it done.
I wonder what gym this is. I believe this is his girlfriend. She's very pretty, by the way. All right, let's see it. All right, come on. Let's see it. Let's see it. Nice. Nice. Even the guy in the background had to give him props. Oh, that's the gym culture you love to see.
It's not easy.
That's the type of gym culture we need to see.
290. Not even a problem. Move. Oh yeah.
Well, I gotta give Tectone a W on that one, man. That was pretty good. I know I can't do that personally. Actually, maybe I can. I haven't really tried it. I'm gonna try that. The next time I do, the next chest day I do at the gym, I'm gonna try and do that much weight. I'm probably gonna fail, but I need to try it so I know I can do it. All right. Let's look at one more thing. Matter of fact, let me go on Twitter 1 second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's see what we got here. Why the hell am I not signed in? God, Twitter can be so annoying sometimes. There was something else I wanted to talk to. Oh God. I guess let's watch Hassan complain. Let's hear what Hassan has to complain about today. Oh boy.
That's wild. Shouts out to that former crowd reviewer. You were in the trenches. I mean, there's a lot of people like that in this community, you know? And I think initially I had like a lot more impact because people did not just come in here with like, you're a terrorist and I hate you and I think you should be killed type attitudes. And instead we're like, oh, this is a guy who's covering the news. And a lot of people learn the news from this guy. Right?
If you learn the news from watching Hassan, just know that I'm very concerned about you. And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean that genuinely. Like, I'm very worried about you. Please drop a comment in the video to let me know you're okay. Pretty please. Because I am worried now. I'm very worried.
I would say that it was much easier for me to do that kind of news coverage and commentary for a lot of people and pull them away from the far right.
Oh my God, here he goes again. Ugh.
Because of the far right, the allure that the far right had for a lot of young men back then, because there wasn't an entire fucking liberal, apolitical crop of content creators that were actively collaborating with like some of the worst far-right scumbags.
Stop doing this. Oh my God. I hate when he does this. And he does it all the time. Anybody that disagrees with him is either far-right, a Nazi, a fascist, fucking Trump supporter. Like, oh God. He's really got to stop doing this. It's so annoying. And you know what? If he wants to sit here and wonder why he doesn't have as much credibility as he used to, this is why. All right? Stop throwing labels all over people you don't agree with. Just because you don't agree with them doesn't mean that they're far right. It just means they don't agree with you. Me personally, I don't like Trump. There, I said it. I don't like him. You can insert your hate comments down below. Go ahead. I don't like him. But quite frankly, I don't like the other side either. I'm not a big fan of either one of these political parties. I think they're both just as bad as each other. But then again, that's just me. What the fuck do I know? Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of The Doghouse. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay tuned for the meme of the day, and I will see you next time. Peace.